only have chat amongst us, like you and.
Paliboys playing with their Pally toys. Paliboys playing with their Pally toys. Paliboys playing with their Pally toys. Paliboys playing with their Pally toys.
Like that. I've got one for the end. A better one for the end. But,
chat with the host and your friend, but not. How come I can't see the chat anymore? Where the hell?
Yeah, look. You've just missed your intro, Tez.
Tez.
Oh, did I miss it?
Yeah.
I put the one up. Was it the B square one?
Boom, 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 boom.
I'll put it back up. We'll do it again because you've turned up now.
Well, we're losing Matt.
I've done another one as well. Oh, yes. Ooh.
Playing with their Pally toys. Paliboys playing with their Pally toys.
Oh, yeah.
Paliboys playing with their Pally toys. Paliboys playing.
Good at that.
Gavin,
Hello, Star Creations. Well, I can't see. I can't see the chat today, so whatever. I'll just go by what Mark puts up on the screen.
Oh,
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll email it to you, John.
Huh?
I can't see the chat.
On the right, there used to be private chat, and then there was
Yeah,
live chat.
They all aren't there.
And now it's only private, like amongst us. I can't see the live chat.
Yeah, they'll update it all.
Can you do it on your phone?
It's all.
No, it's on my PC.
Better stream quality as well.
Yeah, they've upped it.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
You need to be professional. You need to pay like the $30 a month to get 1080p. But this is all right.
Fine.
Scuba.
Hey, Scuba P.
Hey, Scuba Moles. Hey.
No.
Mark's here. And, of course, Mando's here.
Mystery Mando.
Oh, as always.
Mando.
Well, we're waiting on one more. Aaron's he just messaged me and he's on his way. He's just got home, apparently. So anyway, so we'll start off.
Help!
What?
Nothing.
Ready?
What's happening?
Hey.
Everybody's what? What's going on? Right, have anybody got anything new? I know,
Yeah.
John.
No.
Yeah, you always say first. Go on then.
Right, this is what I got new this week, boys.
Mannequin.
Mannequin the mannequin.
Ooh.
Mannequin.
Does
So,
his arm come off?
Oh, it looks good. I like it. I watched a dude's review on him. Seems nice figure. That's what I got.
Hmm.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's it. Oh. Blacked out Ewoks is here as well.
Hello,
Good
Blacked
evening.
Out.
And,
How
Yeah.
you doing?
yeah.
Show
Yeah.
controls. What's going
We've
on?
got another one.
You're getting graphics. Matt, you're getting graphics. You're getting some top 10 graphics. I give loads to John. You got and Shabby. I'm going to do you some graphics.
You're a star. I'm going to do you a big wooden piece. I'm going to distress all your pictures and age them and send it to you.
Oh, yeah. They need working
I'm
on
gonna
them.
do
You
that
They're
for
already distressed.
some shabbiness to them.
He's distressed
Yeah,
enough.
man.
Guys, have you got anything new?
No, just them titles. Hey.
Hey.
New Paliboy titles. There you go. We all got that.
I don't know where Matt's going. He's back on his
Room
I don't know
tour.
what's happening with Matt. You all right, Matt?
He's in the pantry.
Yeah, I'm juddering. I'm moving downstairs.
Okay. Right, John, have you got anything new when you're in Winnow? You have.
Yeah, I got the
It's like oh, that's better.
Hondo, or
Oh,
Zeb
yeah.
showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just started rewatching all the Rebels again.
It was a deed like at a weird angle,
Plug.
only
Yes,
on the one
Nice
side.
is that?
The weird angle is on the artwork side, so
Yeah.
when you line them all up with this side flat against your shelf and this side facing outwards, they're all going to look weird.
Yeah. That's what
It is,
That's when it came out. about those.
They're all gonna look.
Oh, I can see the chat now.
But it's neat that it says Star Wars Rebels. The way his name is on there, like the packaging is interesting. It's a lot different, you know.
Star Wars
some
Rebels,
ways.
so good. It is.
It
Yeah,
says
just
01. You see, like 01 Star Wars Rebels, like
Chippo,
they've done it differently. You know what I mean?
tell me.
So that'll be it. I'll go through that in a video.
Here we go.
Maybe
He's
tonight, maybe
Good
tomorrow.
evening.
Hey,
Hello, then.
Hello, gents.
Oh, have you got it, John? Oh,
The TIE Fighter,
you know I wanted that. You bugger.
yeah.
and then the X-Wing too.
Ah, John.
And they had the Anakin. They had the Anakin Starfighter there as well.
The TIE
but
Fighter and the X-Wing.
I didn't go for the Anakin one. I just wanted
No,
these two.
no. That's the only two I want.
Yeah.
And the Ahsoka as well.
I left Ahsoka. She's still on the shelf over there.
Ugh.
And then there's like a
Ugh.
million more Baby Yodas. So there's Baby Yoda with a cup.
Oh,
Like, why? And then there's Baby Yoda with a frog in its mouth, which I thought was cool because he's eating a freaking frog thing. Or he's puking it up, whichever way you want to look at it.
That's
So, yeah. So there you go.
very weird.
Yeah.
Nice.
Uh,
Is that it?
yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I mean, I had that video up about the, I got the Power Droid wave and that stuff, you know, so. But they're already boxed up and put away, so.
So, Aaron, have you got anything nice and new this week? Or anything from the Cabo?
What have I got with me? Well, I don't know if you guys not been in my stream, but I've got, this was the newest thing to turn up. So that's the
Oh, that's on order. I hope it comes soon.
yeah. So I bought two of these bad boys, army builders.
Yeah.
They're great. I can't fault them enough. I like the way they're going down this kind of army building kind of way. I know they've done the is it the Hydra Trooper for Marvel.
Yep.
So I hope it's good things to come. I got these guys that turned up the other day. I love them.
Yep.
The Retros Spider-Man.
Awesome.
I got the Green Goblin and Spider-Man.
Yay.
But
Yeah.
I'm hoping they bring more villains out because I think the villains are the standout things. What else? And we'll finish off with some Star
Green
Wars.
Goblins
Got
are
my-
best. Definitely.
Nice.
got my, what's it? The Stormtrooper from the Force Unleashed. So
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, man.
Love his like battle damage and everything on there.
Yeah. That's cool.
Last but not least, carbonized Bobber.
Carbonized.
Oh,
Yeah.
And seriously, guys,
so green.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I'm
Commando.
gonna sell it. If anyone needs one. I love the box. The box is amazing. But the actual figure itself looks disgusting. I don't like the kind of tinfoil armor he's got going on.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't like it.
You
So
got- yeah.
really disappointed with that one. Really am. But you know, I think that's the first figure I bought out of like hundreds that I don't like. So there you go. That's my pickups. Even everyone.
Right. Oh, I don't want me on it.
Yeah, like these guys, the AIM
That's the
troopers.
one. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a Lego guy, that one.
Good as well.
Eric, can you just put your microphone out? It's just getting a bit of feedback. No, no, it's not. It's Aaron. I've just muted everybody, so I've just checked. Yeah, can you?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
You hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just that we're getting a bit of feedback. That's all.
I
Do you know
didn't
what?
have any.
I've got the fan on like the other side of the room. If it's too loud, I can switch it off.
No, it's just like I don't know, like a wind type situation.
Yeah,
We'll carry on.
I'll turn the fan off.
Oh, is that what it is? It is weird.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mark,
Yeah, sorry, I had the fan on.
Left the soaker on the shelf. I died a little bit when you did that. Yeah.
Well, I don't have an Ahsoka collection. I have
Hey, Dave.
Dave.
I have two Ahsoka figures. So I have a collection of TIE
Oh,
fighters.
it's gone now.
But I don't have a collection of
back in.
Ahsokas.
Victoria, good evening.
David.
Hello.
Do you like Power Rangers, Aaron?
Not really.
Fine.
He's got the same shelves and glass cases and everything as I do in my toy room. So we've shopped at the same places.
Yeah, some Swedish place.
Cabos.
Yeah, some Swedish place. Yeah.
Right then. Well, I'll go next then because I've got nothing all week. But today I went out and went into the charity shop. And believe it or not, I found a Scarlet.
Good charity shop in Leeds.
So I'm opening it up. Look, I'm opening it out live on air. What is going on? I'm opening it up.
That's going to be worth £5 in the future.
I'm opening. There you go. Look at that. Oh.
Crazy. Whoa.
Lady Shell. Scarlet from a lady shell. I've got 3 now, so I'm happy with that. God, it's so hard to get out of these. There you go. Beautiful.
Looks exactly like her.
I walking past. It was like a church hall type place, and it said Finch's shop or whatever it said. And so I just popped in, and I couldn't believe that was there in the package. He said £3. I got a job lot for £10, so I got it a bit cheaper. So I'm quite happy with that. And also at
bundle.
Home Bargains, I got another Action Man. The sailor this time.
Oh, cool.
So I only need the soldier now for the complete set. I'm not getting it out of the package because it's crap. Basically, it's just there. It's just there for the box, and it's a bit of Action Man for you. Also, I'll bring myself up again. I put
Have you fixed it?
I put some stickers on.
Oh, okay.
Toy Pali.
Toy Pali stickers?
Yeah.
Well, it's better.
It makes it look a lot better.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does he sell a sticker sheet on his site?
No,
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, you've pasted them on yourself with.
Yeah, I didn't want to get the proper sticker paper and things like that and pay too much. I just wanted to. Yeah, just.
Not that I use replay stickers, Mark.
It's not Star Wars, is it?
I know.
Well, and they don't come.
Good for
I mean,
Transformers.
yeah.
It's allowed.
I think he did more. Didn't he do more detail than what was originally on there too, or is that a different set?
Well, the Starfighter.
Yeah, or is that a different set?
Customs.
Yeah, I thought sometimes he adds detail to some of the things to make it look more movie accurate.
Yeah, that's what it is. This isn't the Corgi stickers that you got.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's the movie. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why I've done it. I've taken it apart. Obviously, taking the front bit off, fixed the wings, and painted it and make it look a bit better. Really. So I've got 3 now. I've got one that looks like the movie one that looks like a Corgi one, and one in a box. So I'm actually looking for a Wilma. A Wilma figure. The Mego, was it Mego that did them, I think.
Yeah, you can get her in Buck, like, you can get her in the package around here in the States, $20-$30. And then but Buck Rogers is the hard one, it seems like. He's tough to find.
Yeah, there's a listing on eBay, and I'm going to show it because everybody jumping on it. I think it's £30 for the whole set.
The whole set.
Yeah.
What?
So I'm not telling you that. I'm going to show that because I want to buy that.
Jump on that one, yeah.
Yeah, released from a plastic prison for the lady shelf. Definitely. Hello, Sailor.
So it looks like that when you take it out.
Tenko.
Sister's wife. I don't know what that means, but there you go. Solicius, he hasn't showed up yet, has he? Go on then, John.
So we'll put it together then, and I'll show you when it's put together. But that's how it comes.
Oh,
all in a plastic dealie.
Beautiful. Definitely getting one of them. Definitely, I want the Vader TIE Fighter though as well. Yeah, doing me Death Star. It makes sense. Yeah, it does look better with that band cut off. I've wanted to do it since I was a kid.
No, I'm in a different room. I'm in my dining room at the moment. So, and if you look on the wall there, that's my wife's collection of Harry Potter wands, which I made the display for.
Oh,
nice.
I don't know if it's because there's 6 of us on here, or it's glitching like hell. I can hardly hear anything, so I'll just apologise.
Do a top 10 Harry.
I'm downstairs. It's still pretty.
It's supposed to be better now. It's supposed to be better. Better picture.
Yeah.
What's it going on?
That's my iPhone overheating. My iPhone is red.
No.
Yeah.
No, I still have not seen the. Well, I saw the Mando set once, like a month ago, but I haven't seen it since then. Or maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I haven't seen it since. So I don't have it yet.
Just a heads up, people, that Fanfare Friday on the 21st.
I think it's a Fantha, like Bantha.
It's Hasbro Pulse, so they could be announcing the next HasLab with any luck.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So it's going to be Star Wars.
New Death Star.
So I will be live streaming that if anybody wants to jump on with it. What time will that be?
Do you want
3 o'clock?
Show what I got today or yesterday?
Oh yeah, sorry, sorry, Matt.
I thought he said he didn't get anything.
Yeah. I'll just go. It's all right. Bye.
Well, yeah, you went and you didn't come back. I thought you were showing your ones. That's all.
Oh, Aaron's favourite. Look at that.
Yeah. I got that, but look, it's got the creases on it. It's got the creases on it. I think Aaron's has got his as well.
Sat on it.
I've got creases up there and down there.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You're keeping it, Matt.
They've all come. A lot of them have come like that with a crease on it. So it's quite. I think Tim's got his as well with a crease on the bottom. You've got a very faint one there. Yeah, it's really annoying. I mean, I would send it back, but you can't. You can't. Yeah, I've got it Star Action figures, and you just can't get any more of these. So, you know.
Even the figures helmets.
Send it back, get your money. Yeah.
Is this on its head?
Yeah. Bad, isn't it?
Put your hat on.
It's like Tenko. Starting out California. Look at that.
It's lights out, isn't it?
Devon Sunrise, Tequila Sunrise. Oh, it's going down.
So yeah, do we think this is going to be a HasLab then?
Oh, what is that doing with a Death Star on it?
I don't think so. I think that'll be next year, don't you?
No, they said they're going to announce it in the next 3 weeks, didn't they? So we'll see. We will see.
All right. Well, everything else you've got at the moment, you think they'd give it a break, wouldn't you?
Well, I think they've done Transformers. they've done Star Wars, they've done Marvel. They still haven't done anything from G.I. Joe, and we all know there's some big sets that can be done for G.I. Joe. And they've now got the Power Ranger license. They haven't done anything for that either.
No.
So I think they should start like looking at the other thing, especially as like the 300 mark seems to be the going rate. Like,
But I think they already said that the next one was going to be Star Wars. But they might announce them more frequently. That's the thing, because they took forever between the sail barge and then Unicron, and then between Unicron and the Sentinel was equal amount of time. But the time between the Sentinel and now this next announcement, which is going to come any week now, is very short. So they might be shortening that window between
Black Series
announcements, So you could get like the next one Star Wars, and then 2 months later they'll announce a Power Ranger one, and 2 months later they'll announce a G.I. Joe one. You never know now.
Hey, Tez, with that light, you look like a milk tray advert. You look like a milk tray advert when it's all dark and just a shadow on your face.
I've left a card on your mantelpiece.
There's one from the kids.
I'm melted like a chocolate.
He's like a red dwarf, isn't he?
Yeah.
Holly.
So Urkus is saying ATAT, but it's not going to be ATAT, is it? We actually know what it is going to be, don't we?
Yeah, it's Chrome. It's something Chrome.
Stayed behind for after the stream the other night with Usual Mike. We actually know what it's going to be.
Oh,
maybe we do.
Maybe we don't.
It might be something Chrome.
it's nice, that John.
He's okay.
Batman nice. Can't wait for that.
R2 moves around.
John, didn't you back the Cookie Monster?
The cookie.
No, I didn't back the Cookie Monster.
Did anybody? Anybody?
Did anyone? Yeah.
maybe they'll bring some like HasLab style Nerf guns out, like a Nerf tank or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't even mention Nerf. Oh. You guys wish, since we know what it's going to be, we can't really say. What do we wish it were going to be? I'll let you guys answer that.
Death Star. I would like
Yeah,
to.
a little Death Star. Or
Yeah.
a portion of the Death Star. Something new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Or like you can buy it in 4 sections or something.
A real good, like, full-on cantina.
You're going to buy 4 instead of 2 this time.
Yeah. You're just trying to shine a torch to it.
Yeah, well, what we've told it's going to be is not going to be exciting, believe me. If it's true, it's not going to be that exciting, so don't get your hopes up.
Is it something we had before?
Forgot to mention that I work, thanks to work, I found Hamley's Toys shop has 10% off toys and some Black Series sets that I've seen set on clearance. Well, there was something on top of Hamley's anyway.
From the Hamleys, though.
Yeah.
Hamleys is really expensive anyway.
Yeah.
So 10% is probably back to normal price.
Yeah.
Yeah, a really good cantina would be nice. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Archers.
Yeah.
Trying to think of something they haven't done.
Laws,
I'm going to jump out and rejoin.
Maybe like a, like maybe a Tantive 5 sort of blockade runner style ship. That'd be pretty cool. That opens up.
Yeah. That would be really nice with the corridor and
yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
lovely.
Only 375 size, because obviously 6-inch.
Yeah.
But definitely, yeah, they give you little sections, can't you? You can have your little corridor where you can have that. You can have a little area where Princess Leia puts the R2D2.
Yeah, definitely.
With escape pods that can fire out, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Maybe the radar dish can like pop out like it's been shot. I don't know. Possibilities are endless.
Yeah, well, we have all the best ideas, but Hasbro just don't seem to want to do them.
Hasbro will only make what they think will make them money.
Oh
and they think they'll only go for. They won't go too core. They'll go for like the bigger sort of picture that what would sell more.
Check that out. I just put that on Twitter. See that?
Be there or be gunk.
No, be there or be square, isn't it?
No,
Be there or be
be
square.
gunk. It's a power droid.
Yeah, it's square, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that
Oh,
one.
wasted on you, lot.
He's oblong. Be there or be oblong.
I thought it was gonk.
Yeah, be there or be square. Come on, he's the only
Be there or
square.
be gunk.
Oh, Mark.
Gonk.
He's a square droid. I like it.
You get it. You didn't get you didn't. You
I got it. I'm just pulling your leg, guys.
Yeah. Square. Yeah.
Like the updated Imperial shuttle. Yeah, that'd be
How
nice.
about the first one, let alone an updated one?
I bumped into somebody at the Asda the other day that used to come in my shop, and he actually got an Imperial shuttle for 30 quid the other day. I didn't want to tell you, Mark, but
Gutting. I'd love one. 30 quid.
I would.
Just watch Jules Burt. Did you watch Jules Burt cleaning their Imperial shuttle, the original box? So nice.
no,
One day.
Yeah, one day. Just be patient.
Exactly.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, it does. Did you make that case, Matt?
Yeah, I made it. Yeah, it's all felt. And
Awesome.
hooks,
Really
it
cool.
fits on each one hooks. I had to lay it. I had to lay all the wands out and work out where to put all the hooks and space it all.
Yeah.
It took me a couple of days. So
Looks awesome, man.
Mrs.
Looks
kept
real
saying
good.
Could have held those DR. Gunk with the wind. Yeah, hello, Cosner only has shoplifting chavs.
Yeah.
Can I just
Chavs. I've not heard that word in
Where's
years.
Marky Pete
Chavs.
from?
Chavs.
Chavs.
I was listening to your guys' stream, your Tuesday night stream.
Yeah.
I was listening to it yesterday, and when you were talking about the the Falcon, the new mold Falcon. Price is obviously ridiculous. I get that. This is what I was thinking while I was watching it. So I was gutted, like I wasn't seeing it live. But what would if this sort of technology was around now? So we got YouTube, podcasts, all these sort of talks between people.
Yeah.
What would you guys' thoughts be when they were releasing the 90s Kenner stuff with the same X-Wing mold, with the same Millennium Falcon mold, with everything being the same? Like that, would we be having the same conversation there? Like it's the same thing.
Probably.
Price is obviously the no-brainer. It's a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
But the fact that it is the same mold and everything and all that sort of stuff, I was like wondering, I wonder if that would be the same conversation people would be having.
Well,
Thing is, the old 90s ones were $400, though, Aaron. Do you know what I mean? They were $25, $30.
We had the same.
Yeah. We were
We
just
had
happy
the
to get
same-
stuff in the 90s. That was I was happy.
Yeah,
Our Star Wars Club, though, had the
Different now.
same conversation. Our Star Wars Club had the same conversation. I remember it. We were all sitting around a kitchen table, and the first couple things had come out, and we were comparing them with our originals, and everybody, and half the group was complaining. All they did is they're just reused the same mold. And a lot of the guys in the club, they stopped buying them after like the first couple things came out. I think it was like the land speeder and maybe an X-Wing or something had come out, and we had gotten those, and we were looking at them around a big kitchen table, probably like 10 of us, and half the group was like, "I'm done. I'm not buying these," and they didn't buy them. They just refused.
There's two here. There's
I was all in.
vintage.
I was like, yes. I was buying them left and
I
right.
still got him off on the Falcon again.
So there's the Empire Slave one. Completely,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Same mold, but you can tell there's a difference. But it's like you said, they didn't charge 80 prices for that one and 95 prices for that one. I mean, it's.
No, I did say, like, price is another thing. The price is ridiculous. Like,
Aaron, it's crazy, man. Crazy.
But I do distinctly remember people having the same exact conversation.
The thing is, we weren't as disillusioned back then as we are now. With we didn't experience Hasbro as a Star Wars toy collector at that point.
no, that's true.
Tonka and Kenner, and so yeah.
And I
We
also
also
remember,
went on live streams and listen to other people say what they said. Do you know what I mean? It's to your mates, basically, or to your local toy collectors forum that you got in touch with. Now it's completely different. I mean, I watched Mark's rant on the Millennium Falcon. That was a good point. Toy Galaxies last night was a really good point.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? It sounds like a lot of people are getting frustrated by it, but it's like I said. I think it's a beautiful ship. It's absolutely gorgeous, but 400 quid, you're taking the piss. Do you know what I mean? It's for a mold that's 16 years old. It's crazy.
Yeah.
but I distinctly remember also that those same people when those 90s ones first came out, like they complained about the Bendums, but they bought them all. They complained about the new molds for the action figures, but they bought them all. And I'm like, you're sitting here complaining, but you're buying them all. Why are you buying it? But the ships, they drew the line because those were a different. Those were reusing the same mold. So for some reason, they drew the line at those ships. Maybe because they felt like they already had them because these collectors had everything, that had come out. I mean,
some of the guys in the Millennium Falcons, I've got 3 same mold Millennium Falcons, all different. Tonka one, 2004 one, and obviously the original one. Do you see what I mean? So this isn't something new. What I think the situation is the price of it. That's what it is.
Yeah, 100%.
We've always had molds, we've always had repacks, but it's just the price has gone from there. And they say inflation, but $400 for 150 quid is not inflation in 16 years. Do you know what I mean?
I think also it holds. Is it? I'm assuming it's the same price in the stores as it is in the Disney stores as well. Is it?
Yeah, I think it.
I would have thought so. Yeah.
They can't if they're going to charge $400 in Disney store and they're banking on kids being there like, Mummy and Daddy, I want this. They can't then put it in Walmart and Target for a cheaper.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to a rest stop on a motorway and you pay £2 for a Mars bar when they're only 50p. It's the same thing. Do you know what I mean? You expect that. So if I was going to Disneyland, I'd expect to pay 400 quid for something there. It's obvious. That's without even thinking. Not in Target. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what they've done. They put the same price, so it won't. People would still buy it in the shops as well as in Disneyland.
Mate, do you remember the really big figures you could get? I think half size. There was Turtles. There was the Darth Vader. There was the Storm. Do you remember, John, in Target, the really tall ones? They wanted 200 quid for them. They went down to about 50 quid after a couple of months. No one was buying it in Target. You know, it was crazy. So straight away, you've got a whole, and the size ring, you've got a whole roll for these at 50 quid because no one was going to pay 200 quid. I think it's the same. I think the people who want it are going to get it, and it's awesome. It's absolutely fantastic. But I think for mums and dads are going to go into there and have a look at that. No one's buying that. Not for 400.
It's true.
But it is true because I mean most of the Black Series that are $20 at a regular store, if you go into the Disney park, they're like $25, $30 for the same figure. It is true that they inflate the price inside the park. Yeah.
When I was there, it was last year, a year ago. I was in Orlando, and you went into the Hollywood Studios Star Wars store. The only Black Series figure they had at the time was Hera from Rebels, and they wanted $35 for him for her.
Yeah, right.
The Star Wars outlaw shop in the Disney Springs, $35. The Walmart on the edge, like the Targets, $20.
Yep.
Same figure, and you're literally paying Disney prices.
Yeah.
That's baffling.
The stupid thing is that the parents get sucked into it because the kids are just like, seriously, kids will have them in a hand, and you're just sitting there going, you could save yourself so much money. But it's convenience, though, isn't it? You're in Disneyland.
Yeah.
You're so hot.
Have you used the bands, the Boop bands? Did
I
you use one?
I wanted to get one, but the problem is the Disneyland in Paris doesn't use them.
Ah,
So I really wanted to get one, but I thought, what's the point of paying? They're like, was it like $80? Something silly, something ridiculous like that for
they're
them.
only like $13, $14. At least now they are.
They might have gone down. But I was like, I should really get one, but I went once, and do you know what I mean? Like, it's saving up to go back again. It's kind of.
But what I was gonna get at is my brother and I got those bands, and you attach a credit card to the band. So when you're in the store, you could just pick something up and just walk by the register, and you go boop, and you walk out. So it's so easy. It's so easy to you're just grabbing stuff and not paying attention to the price. You just go boop and walk out the door. And, we were doing that for dinner. We were like getting all this food, and then you walk by the counter, just go boop and walk away. And at the end of the week or whatever, you get a bill and you're like, $300. What the hell did we spend it on? So those boop bands, those things are just a nightmare. You can just boop your way into debt. Not even think about it.
It's like yesterday with the pre-orders. Pixel Dan put a thing on Twitter about the new wave of He-Man coming. Right. So I saw it come up. So I went straight away, put him in my car, all sold out, all that stuff. Yeah. We're talking literally 3 minutes when he put that Twitter poll. 3 minutes. I was like, this is getting me crazy. Do you know what I mean? You're not even having the chance to buy him.
And they're showing up in stores, though. Walmart's getting them.
That's what I mean. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to patience. That's what Mark said.
Yeah.
Next week they'll be everywhere. When Walmart's done with that reset, they're doing resets right now. Next week, when they're done with that, they'll be everywhere. I mean, the peg. I saw one today at the Walmart, and she was putting up the pegs. Okay, and there was 2 pegs for He-Man, 2 pegs for Skeletor, 2 pegs for the other characters, and she had like an entire 8-foot section. That was all Masters of the Universe. And she's like, oh, yeah, we got like about 100 cases of these back there. She's like, in the back room right now, there's an entire pallet full of Masters of the Universe. We're supposed to really push this from now to Christmas. It's like the biggest thing. And she's like, if you come back next week, there'll be more than... Because I was like, well, some scalper's going to come in and buy them because you only get like 1 case. And she's like, not with this stuff. She goes, there's no way a scalper could buy everything that's coming in stock. She goes, the back room literally has over 100 cases. And she's like, and every Walmart is getting this. She's like, every Walmart's getting this pallet. Everywhere is doing it. So she was like, I swear to you, come in next week and you'll be able to get everything you want. There will be no way that they could run out. She's like, and I'm like, all right, I don't believe you, but all right. So I don't think it's, I don't know. I mean, the section was massive. It's 3 or 4 times the size of Star Wars and anything else, So.
What C. Moses is saying there about kids' lines and adults' lines, it's all blurred at the moment, isn't it? We're trying with this new line for kids, but everything is at the moment.
I understand that, but when you go to Target, they have a collector's section. It's not under the toy line. Yeah, there is now.
Yeah, they're building it right now. Yeah,
exactly. So I understand that the TVC and Black Series is for adult collectors, but it's still in the toy lines. It's still in the toy section. It's not in the collector's section. Do you see what I mean? NEC is in the collector's section.
Yeah, adult.
Patches,
no adult.
I'm like Mark. I'm blurred. Which way do I go?
But I will say that these things,
that's what you need,
there was way more.
Yeah, Matt.
There was way more of this on the shelf now than there is Black Series or Vintage Collection. I'll tell you that. When every shop I've been in, it's not hard to find these. The only one that I haven't seen again is the Mandalorian one. But like I said today, there was, the same shop I was at 3 days ago where they had like 6 or 7 of each is now refill already with another like 10 of each, So and it hasn't even been a week, and they're back to having 10 or 12 of each figure. So I think that for whatever reason, Hasbro is pushing these out, and they're filling the stores with them and making sure it's like jam packed.
So
That's right. Yeah.
And I don't think the scalpers are. I mean, maybe they're not reselling the Boba Fett and the Ahsoka from this line because they're everywhere. So,
good.
Good. They must not care about this line.
That leads us on to our little story that you told us this week, John. Do you want to tell us about?
Speaking of scalpers, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm back. I'm back working at Lego this week. Was it yesterday or was it Monday? No, it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday, right? So Tuesday, I'm in the Target store, and they have a new display that I'm setting up. And we bring out, I think we brought out 2 cases of the Mandalorian and the Child as a Lego set. You get the Mandalorian character and a little baby Yoda, and he comes in his little thing.
Yeah.
And it's a box set.
And they're all over the place. You can get them.
$19 retail here in the States.
And
me and the department manager, we put out 8 of them, right? And this guy walks down the aisle and he goes, "Oh my gosh," he just grabs them all and he leaves. So then I'm like, so I go in the back to get more for because we're building the display, So I go in the back and get another couple cases out, and I'm starting to put them out. And another guy walks, a kid takes one, a little kid, probably 10 years old, takes one. And he goes over to his mom, "Can I get this?" or whatever. And then his mom goes to another aisle and he's looking around at other stuff. And this guy comes into the end of the aisle and he sees the kid with it. And he goes to the kid, "Oh, you don't want that. Can I get that? Let me have that." He's like, you don't need that set. You want a different set. That's not really that good of a set. And he's trying to convince the kid to hand it to him for the kid to get something else. And I look down the aisle and I'm like, "Sir, we have a lot more of them over here. You don't need to take that one from the kid. Leave the kid alone." And then he comes down to me and he goes, "I want to buy all of them." And he took the case that we had and he just walks away. And I'm like, "Well, that's it," and she's like, "We got more." And I'm like, "Shut up." Cause she's like, "We got more in the back room." And I'm like, "But I want to fill the display. This guy's going to buy them all." And he sat there at the end of the aisle watching us work for 20 minutes before he finally gave up and left. And he bought the rest of them, that were out. But then I went back and got another case and filled up the display again so that other people could have it. And Mark and I were looking, we were like, "Why is this going on?" And we were looking, and there are people who are trying to sell it for 30, 40. Wasn't one guy up to $50 or $60 he's trying to sell it for? And like I said, that particular store probably had 10 cases of it.
But
it's not rare.
Lego never sells out.
And then what's he doing trying to steal it from a kid? You don't take stuff from a kid. What's wrong with these guys? It just was getting on my nerves. I was like, "These damn scalpers, man."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They got some nerve.
I can't see an alternative for this. How's this going to end? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can you see any way?
I went to Amazon today to see if I could find one of these Lego. I mean, I can go to Asda because I've got loads of as I've seen them. But I went on to Amazon to see if I could buy one. I could buy 30. Put 30 in my basket.
30 on Amazon, yeah.
So why it's going to be left with it, obviously.
And why they're overinflating it online on other sources, I have no idea. Yeah.
It's Baby Yoda, basically, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah. And they're trying to buy them all and bank on the Baby Yoda. Exactly.
There you go. I'm throwing it out there. There's a lot more clever people out there than me. What we need to have is an option in your Chrome tab. That's like a price checker thing, like the anti-scalper, it should be called, or something. And when you go on eBay and it comes up saying 60 quid, sorry, that was the closest thing I found. 60 on eBay, Empire Toys is selling it. He's trying to make a quick buck, trying to double his money. And it will come up in your thing. Don't, because In Demand Toys has got it in stock, £25.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
There you go. That's how you. But then the problem is as well, as Asda, for example, there is not there is an Asda near me, but it's in a town that you probably don't want to park your car in. So I don't really go there. I'm not that desperate for retros. But so the thing is that I don't have one nearby. So what do? I go online. In Demand and all that are sold out, or they're still having it at their because obviously they can't discount them as much as Asda can. So then you go on eBay, and that's where you get, you know what I mean? You get the people that can't go to these shops, or probably less well educated than we are as well. In the fact that they just don't.
It's crazy, Aaron. Crazy.
And also, I have noticed a few times as well, when you go into, I don't know how it happens, when you type stuff into Google to search for it, it always comes up first with Amazon listings or eBay listings in the shopping. It doesn't come up with stores that have it.
Yeah.
So like, the general punter, the first thing they get put in their face is eBay, £15. Yet they could go to a toy store and it'd be £10.
Yeah.
But when you get places like Hasbro and Mattel, for example, and like we were talking about the He-Man line before, and straight away you go online and Macari's got He-Man and Skeletor for $80. Do you know what I mean? They must see that, and you think they put a thing out saying, "Don't worry, there'll be tons of them. You can always," you know what I mean?
But I think it comes down
a way to stop this.
We've like what me and the boys that I'm with as well. We've mentioned this many of the times. We think it's a type of advertisement. It's a way of like, it's free advertisement, because all of a sudden there's 6 dudes on this live stream with 33 people watching, talking about a product because we can't get it.
Yeah.
Like it's
like a frenzy,
and we're creating the demand. Yeah.
We're creating a demand. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, well, have you seen it? I don't think Macari's over here yet, but it's like an eBay selling site, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's on $80. I was like, no, it's $80. I need to get it. It's like, but then Mattel kind of sit there and go, well, we could say to them there's 2,000 cases coming at the end of the month, or we can keep them all building. That's
what I mean. Let us know. I mean, we've heard about, look, we can blame the pandemic this year, and I understand that. I completely do. But what about last year? Last year was just the same for distribution of toys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You couldn't find anything last year. You're waiting to the shops. There's no pandemic last year. So I understand this year, but I can't use that as an excuse. It's been going on for years now. We hear the same thing constantly. Oh, don't worry, we sorted out distribution. Don't worry, we're putting everything in the same pack now so we can sell it internationally as well as nationally. Then you don't find anything. Do you know what I mean? It's always the same story.
But I think as well, it's been mentioned as well a few times, and I think you guys have mentioned it. We've made like Pixel down. Everyone's mentioned it. You used to get a box of 100 Stormtroopers turn up.
Oh yeah.
But now you get a box of 100 figures with 1,000 rays in it. Like, do you know? Do you know what I mean? Like 25 rays, and then you might only have one figure on that line that's in that range. Like, I don't know, Darth Revan's, but it's only shipped one per box.
Yeah, like
and
the Power Droid. Power Droid's one per box.
and these stores only get 1 or 2 boxes in.
Yeah, right.
And so
it's funny. It's easier to find and buy vintage than it is modern. I could go in now and put vintage Stormtroopers in. I could buy 20 today, and I know they're coming. Regardless, I could put modern, Black Series number 48 Stormtrooper in. I'm looking if I find one less than $40. It's baffling.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But that's why I was saying, it opened my mind to saying, like, well, then I might as well just fill out my vintage collection. Stop buying the modern stuff that's $400 and just finish out my vintage collection by spending the same amount of money or less.
Crazy, isn't it? It's all over the place.
Yeah. The retro figures as well.
I guess what it comes down to is I used to always say, like, well, if I had to choose, where now I feel like it's come to the point where now I want to choose. So it's like, what do I choose to spend that $300 or $400 on? Do I choose to get the modern Falcon, or do I choose to finally go and get a boxed, pristine, nice version of the original Kenner Falcon?
Now you're talking.
The original Kenner Falcon wins out. You know what I mean? I'm at a point now where it's basically the same amount of money for each thing. So do I buy the modern one? And if you know what I mean? And in the past, I've always balked at spending that amount of money on a vintage one. But yet, I could see I was buying modern up to this point, up to where we hit this threshold. And now I'm like, well, I could see myself carrying on and buying modern and buying that Falcon. But it's now where the modern toy, brand new retail price, has reached the equivalent of what the vintage is that I used to balk at and go, why would anyone spend that much money? So now it's making me in my head go, well, now I do have the choice. Do I spend that money on the modern or the vintage? Well, the vintage wins. So now I'm going to spend that money on the vintage. You know, where maybe a year or two ago I would not have. But it's like it's now reached that point where you're spending around the same amount of money, so that decision enters my head. Would you rather have the modern or the vintage for that amount of money? Okay, it's vintage. And that's so it's like it might push me to a point to where I fully flesh out and finish my vintage collection rather than buy modern, you know?
Yeah.
I think it also
It's a shame, though, 'cause like I say, me and Matt are Black Series collectors. We love Black Series. You know, and C-Moles is exactly right. It comes to a point where you see all this stuff on, well, we'll see it again on the 21st when Hasbro do another Pulse Friday, and you look at all this stuff and you get excited, and then you can't find it. When you do find it, it's 3 times more what you're going to spend it for. The reason the $20, because that's a suggested retail price. So why would someone make something at a retail price, $60? The company that makes them says these are worth $20. He's right. When's breaking point? You know, I've looked for that last wave. That I've seen Matt's, I've seen a Dude's Nerdery, I've seen them all. Sean Soloway do all the last wave of the Black Series collection. I've managed to find 2 of them. They're brand new. They should be out. They should be everywhere. They should be on every site. They should be in all the stores. Do you know what I mean? And if they're not in the stores because of the pandemic, they should be on every website. Should be on Target. Should be on Walmart. Should be on Zavvi. Should, you know. And it's just getting to a point now. I found 2. That's it. You know, it's crazy. These are brand new toys.
You mean the Kit Fisto Plo Koon stuff?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and then you turn around. Well, Target haven't got them. Walmart will have them. No, Walmart haven't got them. And then straight away you're on eBay, and the cheapest price on eBay for a toy that came out last week is $40. Yeah. Where are you getting this from? Do you know what I mean? When is the breaking point? See, Mosey's right. When do you eventually turn around and say enough's enough?
I also think they're bringing too many lines out too quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm pretty sure when
it's going to get confusing. There's too many lines. There's too many lines crossing over.
Like they haven't.
We're waiting when we were kids for Star Wars. We should wait for stuff longer. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But people, I knew. What's it? You got Fan Friday coming up next week. They're going to release a whole load of no figures, but people still haven't got their figures from 1 wave, 2 waves ago. Do you know what I mean? But they're already like, right, we made loads of money from all that. Let's think of the next thing we can make instead of like, because I'm pretty sure when the first Black Series line came out, there was peg warmers for everywhere. Like, okay, I know Toys R Us was around then, but I remember going into Toys R Us and being, still got Greedo, still got Solo, still got Princess Leia.
Darth Maul still sitting there. There's 5 Darth Maul still sitting there.
I remember there's in Brighton.
I haven't got my Rogue One stuff all of it yet. I'm giving up.
There's a great comic shop called Dave's Comics down there, and again, he got loads of figures in there and stuff. And I'm used to going in there, like we used to go down there like once a month just to have some time out down there. And every time I used to go in there, it used to be R2D2, black R2D2s. He had hundreds of them. You're like, I still only got R2D2s. Now that's like a 60, 70 pound. That's the first wave R2.
But this is the thing. Say, for example, your standard figures are $20. Your Transformers are $20. Your Power Rangers are $20. Your Star Wars are $20. So I have $60 on me. Hasbro, if I could find all the toys, would get my $60 for 3 of their lines. I'd buy a He-Man. I'd buy a Transformers. I'd buy a Star Wars. So I'll support every line that I like with that. But when $60 is only going on 1 figure, do you see what I mean? They're losing them as well. It's baffling.
But they'd rather you buy a Transformer than a Star Wars figure.
Yeah,
because
it's
they
crazy.
get more money. They get more money out of it.
How big wrestling is of it? I always find wrestling's the biggest thing. Do you not think, John? There's always packed full of wrestling figures.
Well, isn't that Mattel? Yeah.
Yeah. Always, it's always there.
So Mattel has a different distribution thing. That's why I'm saying
But
I think
that's
the
the thing,
He-Man
you can tell down the aisles who has and who hasn't, because there's packed space, pat space. Do you see what I mean? So you can tell.
And that's why the people at the store are telling me don't worry about the He-Man stuff because Mattel is doing the He-Man. So they're gonna be in the same quantity that you find all those wrestling figures, you know.
There's Gil there saying collecting isn't as fun anymore. It's not. That's why I've come away from modern. Trying to find a vintage Star Wars figure in the wild is amazing. And trying to find a vintage shop and just finding something in the wild is amazing. As opposed to going to a supermarket and it's just brilliant.
But that's the thing, we're fully grown men getting pissed off about this because we love it. We love collecting, we love speaking about it, we love showing it off, we love going out and buying stuff. And that's why you get so ranty and so passionate about it. It's because you love this stuff. And she's right. The fun's starting to leave, isn't it, in a way?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Matt's okay. He's tired out of Matt.
Is he giving a prod?
I think he's asleep.
He took a picture of the screen and then he went to bed.
I think he has. Yeah.
My first week back to work, so I'm pretty
he's not.
today, so.
How was it, Matt, anyway?
He's not with it.
And I cannot. And I can't hear the conversation. That's all I can hear, so that's why I'm quiet. I'm just trying to make out what you're saying. I don't know why it's playing out.
If you need to drop out, mate, if you want to go to bed,
my phone's boiling hot, so I might.
Yeah, if you want to go to bed, mate, you're all right. We'll see you later if you want to drop out. It's up to you.
I can't. Yeah, I can't.
Matt.
I can't. Yeah, I can't hear you at all. So I'm going to say goodbye, everyone. And I'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah, Matt. Come in the chat.
Right, Matt.
Get back in the
chat. Cheers, Matt.
He's on.
Bye.
I'll be on my phone now.
Yeah. Nice one, Mando, for mentioning that.
Yeah.
It's still. I'm gonna get rid of it. Yeah. I'll get rid of him by myself. He's still there. I can still see him, but he's still there. But he's gone now. Right. So let's get back to what we're talking about. Nature of collection has changed. When we were kids, adults did not collect toys. Yeah, you're
not as many.
Right.
I mean, I knew my friend's father.
Because anyway,
my friend's father collected just as much Star Wars, if not more, than
we
did as kids, because he knew right away. He was like, oh, because that's how my friend kept a lot of them in the box or kept the packaging after he opened them, because his parents were like, no, these are going to be worth a mint when you guys are older. So they bought like everything and kept them all for these last, they still haven't sold them. They've got them all sitting around, and it taught him as a young kid to keep the boxes and just put them in the closet, So, I mean, there was like one out of like 20 friends, you know what I mean? So it wasn't as many adults. There wasn't as many.
Scalpers, well,
yeah.
No scalpers back then. One didn't exist. I don't think that word existed back then.
But by the time I was 18 or so, 17, 18, we knew they were going to be collectible, and that was when the Turtles and those things were coming out. And my friend and I opened a business. My friend and I opened our own business selling and buying video games and toys and selling them at like Star Trek conventions and antique toy shows. We used to fight with the antique guys because we were like, no, some of these toys are going to become antiques. Yeah. And they were like saying, okay, we'll let 1 or 2 toy vendors in, and that's it. And they had like a limit, so we had to get our name in first to guarantee a table.
There's some antique place. Yeah, very snobby about toys.
But what I mean is now, if you go back to like there was a big one in New York called the Rochester Antique Toy Show, and they used to allow maybe 2 or 3 tables of toys. But now when you go to it, it's all toys, like the whole thing. So it's like over time they got rid of that rule because they realized over time that the people go to those shows for the toys and comics.
It's like when does something become vintage, but when does something become retro? It's like like now PS2 games are retro because they are
Yeah.
Yeah, no. If you class like Spectrum and Sega Mega Drive games,
Oh yeah,
retro in the year 2000,
I'd
they
say
were
up to PlayStation 1.
So it's Retro Gamer are publishing PS2 games as retro now. Yeah. There was a big debate. It's like when does a game become retro? And it's like, well, it's usually a 20-year cycle.
20 years,
so, yeah. So I've got.
It's only been out about 5 years.
I know time goes quick. Like the Wii's going to be recognised as retro and stuff soon. That's just mad.
Well, the other thing too is like,
retro, so it's all right.
I think there needs to be different classifications, like they do with cars. You know, like
my car as well. It's not. There's like a few categories now, isn't there? So
and like comic books too. Like comic books have a clear thing. There's Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age. You know, Modern Age, and like so. Actually, there's now a Platinum Age and then a Modern Age. Yeah, but like with cars, there's a certain time where they become a classic car, and then there's beyond that's an antique
wine,
car.
It's like, things are like fine wine.
We need that with toys. Yeah, we need to define what era is vintage, what era is considered retro, what era is considered even classic or antique. You know, so we need to we need to make those ranges.
So there you go. So what is sad is toys and collecting should be pleasurable. That is why I've got out of it. Because it wasn't.
Shouldn't make you angry, should it?
There was no way you could keep up with it. The thing with vintage is, you know, you've got a set 96 figures to get. Then you get vehicles and play sets and whatever else. I mean, that's never ended, really. That's never ended. Variant.
I guess in the Black Series cycle of toy collecting, because it's so popular, it's probably outlived every era of that's why it's great. Your 30th anniversary figures was only there for a set year. The Power of the Force only a set year. The blue Clone Wars figures they brought out with the blue backings only a set 3 years. Like this has been going on for like nearly 10 years now, maybe 9,
maybe more. Yeah.
Black Series figures.
Yeah.
How many Black Series do you find at Car Boots, so Aaron?
Sorry?
Do you find any Black Series at Car Boots?
I did last week.
Yeah, I have done. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is what I was thinking. With the way everyone's buying it up and the way everyone's holding on to it, and everyone thinks automatically it's worth 3 times more than it is. I wonder what it's going to be like in 10 years. It's easy to go out and find vintage toys now at Car Boots, but what are these sort of toys going to be like in 10 years? Well, will you be able to find any of them? Do you know what I mean?
I picked up I guess it'll be like the second wave when they changed to the blue backings for the cards.
Right.
Black Series boxes. They went from orange to blue. So I picked up that Vader for a tenner, which is probably a save. Yeah, £20, £30 saving online. Vic picked up Hera, so that was only £10 as well.
Right.
I think I got a solo, the solo story Chewie for like a £5 loose. So they're starting to creep into it now. It's only been this year I've been finding them, so they've been creeping in. But
yeah, I was gonna say, come to think of it, I'm a big thrift store hunter, and I hadn't seen them at thrift stores. You know, so it's interesting. I didn't think about that before, but I see like Marvel Legends all the time at the thrift stores, but I don't see Black Series. You're right.
No,
I never thought about that before. I rarely ever run across a Black Series, but I find Marvel Legends a lot, you know. Just a figure, you know, like just with no weapons or nothing. He's just a figure laying there, you know. But again, that hasn't been something I've done since February. I think the last. Yeah, everything's been closed. I mean, I'm just waiting for these. And our boot sales are still closed. They're not letting them come back yet.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's open out, isn't it? So I don't know why.
Yeah, we drove by the field where one of them does it this down south of us like a weekend or 2 weekends ago. And I'm like, look at it's just sitting there, just a big wide open wasted space right now. I mean, come on. We were like this is like.
Hey, Jokes Nerdery. Good evening. How are
Have you
you?
been watching these Nerderies videos?
Yeah.
It's Marvel
He's
stuff.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
brilliant.
he's a good guy.
You're right though. They could space them out. You know, they could put like where they used to have car. They could do a car and then, 10 feet down the way another car. You know what I mean? They could actually space them out and still do it, right?
And you got to remember as well. You're in an open field. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's not like you're in an enclosed building with air conditioning circulating the same air around. I don't know. I suppose they don't. I don't know. I guess it's like they don't want to be liable. I guess. Do you know what I mean? Like,
could be. Yeah. Because it is probably a low. I mean, there's no overhead. It's a low. What do you say? Like the guy who runs the place he's got little money into it. You know what I mean? He probably doesn't have the massive amounts of insurance and stuff. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Hey, John, I sent you that for your comic. I say long ears.
Yeah, long ears. I like long ears.
No, Batman's always going to have long ears.
I like the long ears. I always have. Yeah.
As long as they don't wobble when he runs.
Yeah, don't wobble when he runs. But yeah, long ears.
Forever, they were rubbish in that one.
Short ears.
You like the short?
Yeah. Short ears, Aaron.
Yeah, well, you think about it. If you're running through buildings, you can't have two big ears sticking out the top of you. You're going to hit the head on stuff.
It is more practical.
But
it looks cooler with long ears, but you're right. It is more practical.
They look cool. They don't look cool now. But when they were big in the 90s, they looked cool. The big ears. They don't look cool now. So the small ears, it's a bit more of a pastiche.
You got an atta for £90 last week. Wow.
Nice. Pictures. Show us the pictures.
Nice, David.
Oh, you got smelly on.
Nice one.
Oh, Bog's farted.
I just googled it. Black Series started on the 1st of August 2013.
Yeah.
2013.
I think I started collecting it in 2014.
Yeah, so 7 years it's been running. That's a long line for a toy line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when it first started, it was like 6 or 8 in the first wave, and it was like a special figure, and that's why I started collecting it, because I thought, lovely. There's only going to be a few, and they're going to be like special figures of all the main characters. But then, look at it now.
It's quite amazing that they
Chew it in weight. I mean, I'm about 6 off the original 112. And Chew it in weight is about 50 quid.
What do you need, Mark?
I need Qui-Gon Jinn, which I know I'm looking at 60 quid for, so I'll wait for that.
Qui-Gon?
I need Chew it in weight. The best price I ever got was the ACTC driver off John. $20. John said I'll just pay it with his retail price. Fantastic.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get, and I didn't want to overinflate anything.
No.
But what's fascinating to me is that
nice one.
Those Black Series, when they came out in 2013, whatever it was, they were still $20. So we've really gone a long way with this $20 price point, and
it's vintage collection that's gone up. BC quarter inch.
That's where you start wondering, like, well, are they, like, what are they talking about inflation on the other stuff? Because there hasn't been any inflation on the Black Series, like, I don't know,
But just looking here, for the 2013 to 2014, this is according to Wikipedia, for 1 year they released 14 figures.
Yeah.
The second year, 14 to 15, they released 16 figures. It's got now 15 to 2020. They released 112 figures in that line.
What, since the beginning?
Oh,
no, in 5 years they've released 112 figures. But in that first year they only released 14, and in the second year they released 16.
No, they didn't put it out, and just like when we were kids, it was just the excitement of even now we know what's coming out. It's just it's not the same.
So that's like 23 figures or so a year from 2015 to now. Yeah. So they almost doubled. It's like they did a plus 10 to the number of figures they were releasing.
Yeah.
Love the dude.
But that's what gets me, though, is I hear a lot of people often go, oh, no, there's only 112 figures because I've got the red boxes and it starts with 01 and it goes to 112. And I'm like, no, but there was black boxes with a red stripe first, and then there were black boxes with a blue stripe first, and there was 12 or 13 of each of those before you even got to the red box with the 01 on it. So I'm like, there's got to be like 150 figures or something, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's 112. But this whole shelf is just full of exclusives, and there's over 40 there I can see.
Yeah,
I haven't got the number on it. So,
that list I just said doesn't include like the deluxe.
Yeah.
I know they brought Jabba, the speeder bike, all that Wampa and Tauntaun out in that first wave, didn't they?
Yeah.
But it's just a lot easier back then. I remember walking into Barnes and Nobles in Fayetteville when I got the speeder bike, and there was loads of them there. And it was like back then, you never had to. It wasn't like this. Do you know what I mean? They were always accessible. You could always find them.
Yeah. What bothered me about that Jabba the Hutt, though, was that when I walked into a store and saw that Jabba the Hutt and I put a Black Series figure next to it, I'm like, oh, this is more like 3 3/4 inch scale. He's not really, but he's a little bit bigger than 3 3/4 inch scale, but he's not really 6-inch scale either. Yeah. So I passed him up. I was like, he's not in the line. They're just calling it Black Series, but he doesn't fit with either the 3.75 or the 6-inch. He's something in the middle, you know? Yeah. So I passed him up and thinking that eventually they would make a proper 6-inch sized Jabba the Hutt, and they never did. And it's like what the heck, you know?
They don't make the 375 Black Series figures anymore, do they?
No, they don't. No,
I've got them all up there. Black Series 375.
They tried that.
I
don't think I think people preferred the vintage collection card backs. They're the same figures as the vintage collection, but I think they just preferred the vintage collection card backs over it, so they learned.
But you got a few figures in that Black Series line that you didn't get, like Darth Plagueis. You couldn't get, could you?
Got him right there.
Yeah, but you can get it in Black Series, but you can't get it in the vintage collection, can you?
No, he's not been out in the vintage collection. I think that was the only one they've ever made. That one
was Malgus in the.
Yeah, Malgus was.
He was a vintage collection.
Yeah, Malgus was a debut character in the vintage collection line. I've got him.
And he had the expanded universe logo on it, didn't he? Yeah.
I got back in like MCM Comic Con from In Demand. I got Starkiller on the vintage collection. Got that Malgus one. And the female bounty hunter.
Shay Bisley.
She's got like a flamethrower part.
Shay Bisley.
Yeah. All three of them for £15 each from In Demand Toys.
Wow.
I went to Burnley one day. Star Wars then got their Plagueis for £15.
Yeah.
The week it came out. They were everywhere. I can't believe how much they are now.
Exactly.
Getting serious for all the maths. Didn't you see Aaron's live stream on Wednesday?
First time I watched that as well, and I was like, "Oh, no."
Yeah, I know.
Red Sea Central. Yeah.
It's good to know that there's been some technical issues on this one, so maybe I can now blame StreamYard for it. Not.
Oh, there's Matt.
Go to bed, Matt. Go to bed. Get his spreadsheet out if you're not careful.
Oh
dear me. Yeah, Chuck Chip, that
how much was it?
Cantina Adventure set is just amazing. I'm surprised you haven't got one. And you say it's one of your Grail pieces. How many Grail pieces do you have? You have more Grails than Indiana Jones.
12.
Oh. I love his box set.
Oh,
so look at this. So you know,
perfect.
These little mission fleet things come with these tripod weapons, but you can go boop and pop it off, and you can go.
Yeah, you can put them on the ship as well.
Oh.
Well, it says you can, but it doesn't seem to fit. Yeah, there it goes.
Get it in.
It fit.
Yeah, it's good. Nice little play feature. You know what I mean?
Take your eye out.
That's what the kids need. That I'll go back to that play set they're bringing out. It's got no play features whatsoever.
Yeah,
it's obviously not for kids. It's not a play. It's not a play thing. It's just a stand for your figures, basically.
Yeah, it's funny that the original vintage line didn't have, the only projectile, well, apart from the Boba Fett firing rocket, which didn't work, didn't come out. The only vintage projectile was the Ewok catapult, wasn't it? That's the only thing that shot something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah, sure was. First line, yeah.
Let me think about that.
The speeder bike shot itself.
It shot itself.
I don't think of anything else, Mark.
The snow speeder, the hook didn't come off, did it?
No,
it didn't. No, you had to pull it off manually.
It could pop off. Yeah, I don't think it was. Yeah.
No, I think you're right, Tess. I think that's the only thing that projectiled something.
I suppose the glider was using gravity, but you know.
After the Boba Fett.
Yeah.
I love
it.
it.
I put one on the shelf the other day and it hit me in the bloody eye.
Tell you what, though, what Mark was saying before about the carbon chamber being if it only a diorama. If it is, I'll buy a custom one for $50. Because I bet some of the fan lads will make a lot better than what that one is.
Yours were brilliant. Where's yours?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, mine was free.
Hey, that fooled a lot of people.
It did.
I couldn't believe it.
It really did.
Yeah. Yeah. We got a lot of like, where'd you get that from? And I was like, but on the serious side, that just goes to show how there's nothing on the Hasbro one. That just goes to show, doesn't it? Yeah. If a 15-year-old can make it the same as what they can.
Just saying it that way. Just saying it that way.
Yeah, I don't collect Black Series anymore. I've just sold another one today, believe it or not. So, yeah.
What did you have left to sell off?
The Obi-Wan Kenobi box set from San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, you have?
I mean, I've still got my signed ones. I'll keep my signed ones.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So they keep going out the door. More vintage keeps coming.
Do you remember what your first Black Series purchase was?
Darth Maul.
I do. Han Solo in the orange and black one, and then I got the two stormtroopers. You know, Han and Lucas, the two on the blue and black one. But I was doing the same thing as Mark back then. I was collecting vintage collection and 3 3/4 inches, so I wasn't really getting into the Black Series. And then the more they only produced, like Mark said, a couple of them, and I thought, oh, these are fantastic. Do you know what I mean? And then I just delved over to the 6-inch side.
Yeah, the same kind of thing happened. I was going in for months seeing those figures out there and looking at Darth Maul, and it was a couple months later that I finally just went, all right, I'm going to get one of these and see what they're like. And because everybody else in the club was getting them, everybody was going on about them. And so I bought Darth Maul. And then, I don't know, somewhere along that line, I went back and got the rest of the guys from that wave and then just started collecting them. You know, it just became a normal thing. But it did take me a couple, but it was like I saw Darth Maul for 2 or 3 months. It wasn't like today where you saw them one time and then they're never seen again. You know. See,
I was adamant I wasn't going to collect them. Adamant, because I loved 3 3/4 inch, and all my childhood has been 3 3/4 inch. Then all the way through the 90s, then they started off again, like I said, with the Black Series at 3 3/4. When I saw 6-inch, I thought this novelty's not going to work for me. But no, it got me in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Cool.
I think mine must have been Vader. My first vintage figure was Vader. I think my first Black Series must have been Vader. I've still got him, signed by Dave Prowse.
Cool. Decent.
That's the Japanese struggles in pace. I don't think he's got the energy, to be honest with you. Yeah, they're on about Grail quests and well, yeah, we've all got Grail quests, and we've all got things that we really, really want. But it's just that, again, it's patience and waiting for that thing to be at the right price. I don't need to go out and get it. I mean, I could go and buy the whole vintage line and have it, but I just don't. I want to go out there and get it and have that thrill, the chase. That's what it's about for me. To the thrill, the chase of finding something for lesser price that I can go and buy it for on eBay.
Yeah.
All through
Empire here was talking about the retro Spider-Man figures there, and like I just finally got Aquaman, which set up the gold carded Toy Biz DC as the collection complete, and then I still have like 6 or 7 of the Marvel silver carded Toy Biz to collect, and Green Goblin was one of them, just like your Green Goblin that you got retro, but on a silver card.
Yeah.
And someone just put one up with Spider-Man and Daredevil for $20, and it's the red Daredevil, which I also need the red Daredevil. So I was like, that Green Goblin goes for $20-$30 on his own. For $20 getting 3 figures, all sealed, brand new in the package. And they're unpunched. They still have the little thing on there. So I'm like, this guy doesn't know what he has. So I just bought them all. I was like, yep, okay, buy right now. And yeah, so I'm happy. That takes care of 2 more. I need a Nihilus. I need...
All things 80s, what second figure did you get for your video? I'm intrigued. Really intrigued. Punisher with bike. Have you got it already? Wow. That was quick.
Yeah, I saw it.
Bike does look cool.
He's been putting some good pictures up on Twitter of his finds.
Luke Yoda arrived, yeah. I don't know where my Luke Yoda is.
It kills 6 things. Goes, no. No. We're not that immature.
See my videos.
You've got over 80 female figures. More than me. I'm jealous. You've got a bigger lady shelf than mine.
Pictures.
Proof she's real.
Right. But if I had to choose right now, if they said we're going to get rid of a line, I'd rather they keep the vintage collection 3.75 inch. I would if I had to make the decision, I would do that.
Wow, nice.
I'll keep the Black Series.
I think I keep the Black Series, yeah.
Oh, TIE Fighter pilot. And it's the card back. Oh, you see, 40th anniversary. The card back arrived.
You like that?
Yeah.
The Bendhams, aren't they?
Carry on.
Yeah, that's just worth opening now, isn't it?
Aaron, I couldn't believe it. And the trouble I had at Amazon with that. And then he turns around and goes, no, we have. I said, well, I'll just replace it. He goes, no problem. Oh, we don't have it at the moment. Well, don't worry. I'll get it off one of our sellers on Amazon and sell it to you. And I said, great, how much is it? Are you ready for this, mate? He goes, $99.75. Right, so I said, I've just paid $15 for this. It's been on pre-order since the day it came out. You've sent it to me damaged, and now you just want to give me my money back, but exchange it for $75 more. And he went, yeah, nah, I think I'll keep it.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, what's wrong with that?
That's almost
No
as good
wonder
as
our
what-
Jen thinks we're all knobheads. Do you know what I mean?
I still haven't even opened that destroyed Chewbacca that's still sitting over there. Even though he's completely destroyed, I haven't even opened it.
So he goes, I can get the UPS guy to come out tomorrow and exchange it. No, that's all right. I'll keep it as it is, thanks. Do you know what I mean?
Come and change it and stamp on it.
3.75 fans are in the house.
Oh, he's going to say that, isn't he? Look at his collection. Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a few 375s.
Oh, yeah. The dog have it, John.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon for you.
It's unique.
That's the Amazon variant. Didn't you realise?
Yeah, special
like-
stuff on Amazon.
That's how it showed up.
Bubble pouch. Oh.
And I'm like, why didn't I open it? I don't even know why I haven't opened
I can
it
feel
yet.
a ramp coming on.
And another thing.
Oh, just you wait till tomorrow. I've got this one building. It's funny because Toy Galaxy did this last night, and I was just thinking exactly the same things, and I'm thinking, oh bloody hell, I can't do my rant now because I think I'm copying off him.
Very
I'd
different
say,
t-shirt.
no, I don't think he's copying at all. I think you're saying what everybody's saying. You know, Toy Galaxy hasn't spoke for all of us. He's just said one thing that we've all said. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, make your video, man. Make it.
if you're on that same wavelength,
No, you were
a friend of mine.
The only videos I get views on.
No, I like them. You make some good points on your Falcon one. Really good points. I like to listen to people's different rants because you're always going to hear something different. Like having Aaron on, he's told me something different tonight. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't say it was copying at all. Everyone's got something to say.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, when you're doing it's your opinion. Like,
of course it is, mate. Exactly right.
If your opinion's the same as Pix and Dan's, then it's not.
Yeah. And people will buy it. People will buy it just to have a rant in the video. When they bought it, they'll do another rant. When they've got it, they'll do a review, and then they'll probably do a rant on that.
Yeah,
just slowly sobbing while they're opening it, like. Making the sound. Yeah, I really enjoyed the ride. It was fun.
Yeah. Like all things 80s, you just said it. I know this is the time, and then they'll go, forget that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost as toy collectors, we actually prefer the pain more than we prefer the actual figure itself.
You know, mate, I'm starting to believe that. I am starting to believe it. Do you know what I mean?
How the hell do you put this gun together?
The pain.
Oh, you need to be 9 years old, John.
I guess so.
I'm quite honest with the articulation on this, you know.
It doesn't really clip to the front.
Really good.
Is it supposed to slide?
Really good.
It's supposed to slide through there.
Oh.
£5 for £3.
£3 bargain.
Well, I got 3 items for a tenner. One of the items was £10, so it says, "Can I have all 3 for 10?" I said, "Yeah, go on then."
Thrifty.
Do the bundle, yes.
Yeah,
you've got to haggle.
Shit.
On a YouTube video. What do you want me to call it then? Shall I change it to something else?
You should change it to that. What's it? We need to talk about Hasbro.
Oh yeah.
If I see one more of them, we need to talk.
Yeah, we need to talk. I'll be doing bloody makeup videos next.
Showing off your latest fashion buys.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, man, if I were a girl, I'd be doing those videos. They freaking make millions off them.
Oh God, their eyebrow.
Do it, John. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do your eyebrows, John. Do your beard. Waxing your beard.
They don't. People don't watch it when guys do it. They think they're creepy and
gross. I don't know, mate. There's millions of viewers that watch the blokes do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the blokes are better doing it.
It nearly fell off the shelf. Just caught.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I need to get a stance for it. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Tez, I must say, and I know we've talked about it, your photos this week have been outstanding, man.
I know.
Absolutely outstanding.
I think Tony Hart has come into me.
Oh, thank you for that.
Over the weekend.
Appreciate that.
I've just got all this stuff. I used to be very creative years ago, but like
so good.
These last 3 days, I've just it's like come out of me pores. It's like, you know, it's just I'm gonna send you some
look.
I'm gonna send you some stuff, Chubby, and
send me some. I'll make something with that.
I'll make rustic.
Keep my eye out for that. I think we all will.
Sorry, what have I missed?
That's really nice of you.
Hey.
Thank you.
I've got Patreon now. I just don't link it to me. I need to talk to you about my Patreon. Because,
no, you're all right.
No. You should, Marky D, yeah.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you are. But your avatar is just gorgeous.
Fall on.
Full on Zuckus. Right now.
Bloody Zuckus.
Yeah, I think I've won that. I think the majority of lads commented and said it's Zuckus, so I've won that one.
Yeah, you won it.
Yeah,
it was a Zuckus when it came out. So yeah,
it's funny as well because I didn't even think about it. You could see in the video. I went, "Oh, hang on a minute," because it's always been Zuckus to me. So
yeah, well, it is. You hold
it's Zuckus. Oh, it's this. Fair enough, probably think it's Farlon.
Got the wrong.
I thought they were two different characters.
Lord Sadism needs to get on YouTube. He needs to get on YouTube. I've been pestering him today to get on YouTube. He's got some videos out on Facebook.
Who, Lord Sadism?
Yeah, we've talked about everything, every topic under the sun. So why not makeup?
Why not?
Yeah, Star Wars makeup. Who's got the best makeup? Who's got the best makeup in Star Wars in a Star Wars movie?
Darth Maul.
Prune face.
Yeah.
Luke in the holiday special.
Yes.
Luke, oh my God.
Oh, him with the hole in his head.
Yeah. He looks like Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, well,
this isn't a bad
the holiday special.
Oh, Luke. Yeah. Oh, what the hell is going on there?
Chewbacca. This is actually a really good Chewbacca, by the way. So damaged packaging aside, it's a really good Chewbacca.
Was that the Empire Chewbacca or the?
Don't smoke, yeah.
Oh yeah. The New Hope one.
VC 141. 141. VC 141.
Cool.
John, do a toy Tony on it, iron it.
Yeah, right. Iron it out. And,
I saw Dave ironing his
I'll
boxes today.
just throw the whole thing away now. It's not that.
Actually, 37. I'll have you believe 37. That's our record tonight. Cheers, Aaron. You've
It's because of my new graphics.
Yeah, I know, right?
because that yellow background really it pops, doesn't it?
Well, it's the callbacks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Aaron, if you want any graphics doing for your videos, I'll send some up.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing everybody's.
Dino Riders, yeah, man. Dino Riders.
Dino Riders.
If you get the bits, I mean, if you don't buy one complete, if you don't buy a Dino Rider complete and you've got to go hunt down those bits, you are going to spend a fortune.
You are never going to find those little red pieces.
Yeah, the little red pieces, the little red pieces. Yeah.
I don't say buy the toy line complete to many people because I know it's a hunt. But if Dino Riders, just buy them complete. Don't see a single dinosaur, just leave it.
Yeah,
leave it.
Dino Riders.
Adam, what's your favourite toy collection? What's your favourite?
Power Rangers.
Yeah, I do say it's a hard one to choose between Star Wars and Power Rangers.
Right. So what is it, old Power Rangers or the modern stuff you like, or a bit of both? What gives you the most?
Just the 90 series, so just the Mighty Morphin stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I got a little bit of the Zeo stuff because it was on as well, but I wasn't that much into it. But so that's the things. But then I got loads of little things. Like I've got some Street Sharks there. I've got some Marvel. I got G1 Transformers.
I like those.
Yeah.
I really like those.
You know, I just today saw the new. Have you seen the new Megazord? They have them all separate. You know, you can buy the bird, and they build the Megazord again. They're on both blister packs.
What's the Holy Grail in Power Rangers then? What's the
that's a good question.
Holy Grail.
Well, the most expensive one from that series is
the
your
Holy Grail.
Like everybody wants the hard to get.
That brontosaurus looking thing, the Titanosaur or whatever. He's probably the most expensive.
No, not it might be different in stateside to here.
I sold mine. I sold mine to a guy in Japan for $650, and then he paid like $100 shipping to get it over to him.
So this is just the standard kids version that came out in the 90s.
Yeah,
but there is a version because obviously it was all based on Japanese stuff. There is a Super Sentai one of this that's pink. And it was a Japanese mail away. You had to win a competition and mail away to get it.
Wow!
And it's like even in Japan, it's like there's only like so many out there because only certain like few kids won it.
Yeah.
But that will be a Grail on like price wise things and like hard to find.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard when you got Grail stuff for a 90s figure because it's so like mass produced. Really, there's not a way to say it. But just trying to think. There's figures that are rarer than others. Like in the series, they 3 of the Rangers change. So in the Mighty Morphin, the red one, yellow, and black change.
Yeah.
Characters. So to get the flip head ones of the change characters is so difficult because they just never bothered changing them.
Yeah.
And they only brought it out later on, like basically in the end of the line. So if you've got the flip head of Adam, Rocky, or Taisha, I think her name is, then you've got they're actually worth a bit of money because
I've got one of them. I've got the red one. I'm not a Power Rangers guy. I just remember finding it in a box.
I'll let you know if it's Jason or Rocky. If it's Jason,
the actual like story of Power Rangers, it's really confusing, isn't it? Because it was the Japanese series first, and they used to shoot inserts for the American broadcast. The Sentai stuff. I watched a documentary a few months ago, and it was just like incredible how the series was made.
Yeah.
Like, just cross.
Well, that's great. So
the American stuff, and they would shoot in New Zealand, and then because that was a middle ground. Yeah, it's really fascinating stuff. I was too old for when it first, I did appreciate it. It's only since I've had a son and I've been buying stuff for him, but from boot sales and stuff. But it's I don't know what I'm buying. I've kept them all back though. So
yeah.
So my friend,
pretty good. Wow, that's
my friend in America, Bobby 80s. He sent me these over. These are Bandai Toy Fair catalogs.
Wow,
like, these are like things that they're gonna like. This is what we're bringing out in the year. And this is obviously the 95 one. So this was the last one before they stopped and changed to Zeo. And like you can see, like these are all the stuff you're going to buy. These are the Rangers.
Yeah.
These are the Zords.
Awesome.
Like that. But like some of these bad guys here, they never got produced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I was talking about, those Rangers, it was. I don't know if you can see it on there with the light, but it's these three here.
Oh, they're the flip top ones.
So yeah, so these three characters, well, not the white one, but these three characters basically came out of the last season of the line, like the last year. So they are the hardest ones to. Sorry about that.
Right.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
But yeah, but these are cool. Yeah.
As a Power Ranger fan, what did you think of the live action movie?
Terrible.
I loved it.
I thought it was all right, but
I didn't go in with high expectations. There's a few things I thought were a really good touch. There were a few things that I thought were ridiculous.
It took a while to get going, didn't it? It was like I just want to see the Power Rangers. It was almost right at the end, really.
It's like what I
teenage angst.
Yeah,
I think the problem is, and a lot of things with these movies, is that they have to target it to people that have never seen it before.
Yeah, new generation.
How many times can you see Bruce Wayne's parents be killed?
Oh,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
the necklaces, the pearl necklace, boom, different angle in it every time.
Every time they tell a new story, no one's watched it beforehand, and I think that's what killed it because they had to like kind of, have that kind of these people don't like each other, don't know each other, come together, not really knowing, and then right at the very end. I
was a big fan of the original, Ivan Ooze and all that. It was just a bit of a guilty. I was a bit more of an adult, but it was a bit of a guilty pleasure. I used to appreciate the CGI at the time because it was around sort of Jurassic Park era, where you were like, wow, there's another film with really good CGI, but it's aged now, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's awful. But then that's the toy catalogue from the movie.
Oh.
See, I thought the movie had a good pace with the way it was written and everything, but I just didn't like the costumes and the Megazords and all the crap. It just looked too Transformers to me. I was like, this is like they're Michael Baying the freaking Power Rangers now.
Yeah.
Bay Vision.
But I think when I did a Comic-Con, one of those like talk experiences with the guy who played the Green Ranger. And he was saying the problem was that they'd gone from being a TV studio to being told you can do a film, and it was a bit like, what we got money to do these scenes? Said, yeah, you got money. Yeah. I've always wanted to do like CGI. That's cool. So they make a CGI. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't have to have a man in a suit.
It wasn't about CGI, was it? It was about the CGI guys in costumes.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to see, if you want to see that.
Like James David Frank, or you mean the movie Green? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. He was on my podcast a couple times. We actually keep in touch. He's cool. Yeah, he's an awesome guy.
Amazing. Yeah.
So what do you think of the line since Hasbro took over, Aaron?
I love it.
Yeah, 100%. I love it. Okay, they're rehashing figures, but they're in a different design, so that they're fully posable. That they're not pandering in. They are just going straight off for R8 like collectors. They're not trying to be a toy line. They're like, what do they want? Well, they can change their heads. They have all the actions, all that sort of stuff. They're bringing out characters that never had toys before, so which is I find cool. Like that's what we want. We want stuff that don't go after the broad subjects because you'll just make the same things over again.
Yeah.
Let's make characters that you didn't have as then, and it will make more of a frenzy. Like to get the original ones of these is a night. You can't get them because no one really wanted them. No one wanted a bad guy. When Auntie Gladys bought you a toy, she bought you the Power Rangers because it's the same with the Turtles. Like you never got bought the bad guys, you got bought the main Turtles because that's what you want. That's why everyone wants foot soldiers. That's why everyone loves a foot soldier now because no one had them when they were younger. Yeah. So it's cool that they're bringing stuff like that out. Like I said, I'd like a HasLab to go after Power Rangers next. Maybe have something.
What would you like?
That'd be nice.
Power Rangers, what would you want?
I want the command center.
Command center.
Wow. Yeah, has that ever been done?
It has been done. It's think like Star Wars playsets. Like that. It's not very. It's cool. It's cool, but it's not like highly detailed. It's there to be played. Like it's there to be played with, basically. Like, but yeah. So we that's what I want because we've got Megazords. There's loads of Megazords. There's loads of.
Yeah. It's not Optimus Primes. It's like, oh, that's a nice new Optimus Prime, but it's like, I've got a shelf of them.
Yeah. And I think HasLab seems to be doing well with what they're making. That fits with the toy line. Like okay, I had a sail barge, took a while to do, but it was quite pricey.
Worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it fits with your 375s. The Sentinel works so well with your Legends, and what they've done as well, they go, all right, we'll put the Master Mold head in there, and all of a sudden your select Sentinels all now are into scale with this.
Yeah,
the Master Mold, or whatever they call it, and it's like things like that. I just think that's what they're going after, what people want, and. Yeah. But making a Megazord, that's the same. That's the scale to the 6-inch. No, I don't want that. I've got 10 different lines of Megazords. Make a command center. Make something big that I can put all these figures in.
We're different. Exactly right.
Yeah. So
awesome.
That's what I think. Yeah. I probably lost all your viewers now talking about Power Rangers.
No chance. I'm always badly interested.
It's something different, isn't it? It's something different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Something different.
I'd like a Megazord that was that big. I only have the original Megazord and then the original black and gold, the special edition black and gold.
Oh, the Legacy, yeah.
Yeah, and then that's.
Well,
why did they call that one the Legacy when it came out at the same time?
Come back from Raven and used to watch it.
They're all sitting up there. Megazords. Oh, I'm big now. Hold on, there you go.
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. That's
I can't lift it too far because I'll rip all the mics out and stuff. But there you go.
I've seen some of your videos, Aaron. Anyway,
Yeah, so you got the brontosaurus-like looking thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, a few other things.
Nice.
No, we're not losing viewers. It's still 32.
No, it's interesting. I find it interesting. It's just after my time, Turtles and Power Rangers, and I just got out of it, so I find it fascinating.
Yeah,
because we all know about Power Rangers, don't we? But it's nice to talk to someone who actually knows about it.
Got loads of weird stuff here. Like I've got Starship Trooper figures.
Oh wow! Yeah, I love Starship Troopers.
Yeah, these were like they never sold very well because they look nothing like what you get in the.
Nothing.
Do you remember that guy being bright green?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I got the whole wave of these guys.
Do they come with the little nuclear bombs?
Yes, I'm guessing that red missile there is probably a nuke.
Yeah.
Or they had like handheld nuclear bombs that they could throw in.
Oh, you do now, Tommy.
Yeah, no, I got them. Like, I've got. Can't reach it.
What's stuff to understand about Power Rangers?
Down there, like, I got G1s. I got Hot Rod there.
Oh, awesome! Yeah,
It's the only one I beat. I don't know. Apparently, he's the metal feet version. Apparently, that means something.
yeah, I've got the metal feet. Well, yeah, they went to plastic.
They did plastic later on. Yeah.
I think it was the Target Masters who came with blue feet.
Yeah, I've got my favourite one down there is Ultra Magnus, but I can't get him out. He's too far down.
Would you like to see Mattel take over some licenses? No. Not for me.
I mean, if mass produced so we can find it, why not? That's the way I look at it.
If Hasbro lost Star Wars, if I were to choose, I would choose Todd McFarlane. I would like to see what McFarlane can do with Star Wars.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of them.
But the only danger in moving to a different company is that different company is going to want to do Han Solo and Luke and all the characters we already have. And then you're just going to be like, do I really want to buy them? I've already got them all like 10 times over. So they'd have to be really, really damn good for you to get the...
Yeah, you're right, John. To start all over again. Yeah.
Could you imagine if they were just 6-inch figures? If McFarlane took over 6-inch figures and then he just redid Han Solo, you'd be like, do I really want to... I mean, the Black Series is so good. Is it really going to be that much different?
Yeah. No, yes, like, that's the problem. And that's what I was just saying. Like, let's have new stuff. Let's have stuff that hasn't been done before. If I guarantee you, if toy companies came out and like asked fans what they want, they're going to ask for things they've never had. Like, stop going after this whole big bubble of people that it's like, who's going to buy the stuff in Walmart and Target? Make some stuff that we like never had. Like my friend, also a guy that lives in Florida, Rob, Bobby's _80. I don't know if you follow him or know of him, but he's a massive collector, huge Ghostbuster collector. And he's just started YouTube and he was going on about the Ghostbuster retros. Yeah. And he was like, why haven't they made them as a Kenner Classics range? Instead of just making Ghostbusters, make a whole a mini universe of Kenner Classics.
Like what Super 7 did with their 3/4 inches.
That's good idea. And then you have this whole range and start them and then you can then bring out all these like monsters and ghosts that was in the real Ghostbusters that were never made for the Kenner line.
Yeah.
And it was sell because no one ever had it. Like no one had them as a kid, and that's what you're going after.
Yeah.
Like you might sell a few to someone who's I'll get them for my kids so they can still play with what I had when I was a kid. But then all of a sudden you bring a monster out that they never had, they're gonna be like, oh no, I want this. This is gonna go on my shelf. Like it will sell more.
For every line back then, I mean, when they did Superpowers at Kenner, when they did Ghostbusters, like for every line there were characters that they planned on doing but never did. Even with Star Wars, there was 3 or 4 they planned on doing. They had in prototype stage, but they never made. That's the stuff that I agree. I would like to see that stuff come out.
Imagine if they brought out like just the Batman figures, like the Kenner Batman figures.
Yeah.
They put out a redesign, like a remake of them, brought them out as the Kenner retro line. Loads of them will sell.
Yeah.
It's like the Tom Jones syndrome, isn't it? If he doesn't sing, it's not unusual. You don't want to know. Do you know what I mean?
But the thing, though, with a lot of those Marvel and DC, I actually don't think Kenner Hasbro owns the molds anymore. Because if you remember, like the gold carded DC figures are the Superpowers from Toy Biz. So the gold carded Toy Biz figures are the Superpowers from Kenner. They just sold the molds to Toy Biz when Kenner got rid of the license. And then the same thing with the Marvel, the Superpowers that were Marvel and the Secret Wars Marvel that Kenner made are the exact same figures as the silver carded Toy Biz. So again, Kenner sold the molds to Toy Biz when Toy Biz took the license. So those things, I don't think, so all those Batman and all that stuff, Kenner doesn't own, like Hasbro doesn't own any of those molds. They were sold to Toy Biz when the line transferred. Because those first line, the first few waves of Toy Biz are the exact same molds and the exact same characters.
Yeah.
as the
100%.
when they were under Kenner. So that's what always confused me, was like, wait a minute, how could they must have sold all those molds and manufacturing to Toy Biz, you know? It's the same thing with the Super 7 / Funko and the reaction figures. I'm like, who owns them? I see Super 7 reaction figures and I see Funko reaction figures.
Mold.
So who owns the reaction line? Does Super 7 own it, or does Funko own it? How can they both be making figures, two different companies, for the same line of action figures? That's always confused me.
Well, that's the same with NECA and Super 7, isn't it? Super 7 are making turtle figures, and so is NECA.
Yeah, that's true too. And they'll have the same logo on, both logos on the package. Yeah, so it's like, it's always confused me.
Right then, I'm going to show this before we go.
Yeah,
on Wednesday, the 19th of August, 2020, Vectis Auctions will be selling a large collection of action figures, vehicles, and accessories. The first day, the Wednesday, is a single owner collection, mainly made up of small scale action figures. Many of you, I'm sure, will remember from the 1980s and 1990s.
1990s?
Including Star Wars. You will also see Masters of the Universe, Thundercats, Tron, Buck Rogers,
yes,
Clash of the Titans, Flash Gordon, and many more.
Visionaries.
Visionaries.
Tiger Shark there and all.
Yeah.
Is graded.
Everything. Thundercats.
Display sealed. This prevents wear or deterioration of the carded figures. The collection has been amassed over several years.
Collection. JB's collection. That's why he's disappeared.
You can see
Superpowers. There they are. There was the superpowers.
Great stuff.
Figures.
Where has JB gone? Anybody?
He's got Dino Riders in there. There they are. There's the Dino Riders.
Very popular selection of Masters of the Universe.
Yeah. When did this go up, Mark?
Yeah.
When's this auction on this?
Is it next Wednesday?
There's also
what day?
This is one guy's collection.
Yeah.
Robin Hood.
Yes, JB.
JB.
Yeah.
You have to do a run.
Karate Kid, Reboot, Rambo, RoboCop, Sectors, Secret Wars, Shogun Warriors. The list on and on.
Is this Mark Bellamo? Did Mark Bellamo sell?
Yeah, I think it must be. Somebody's got.
I haven't seen any Power Rangers yet.
He's got every single toy line.
From the sale in a little bit more detail. And as I'm sure a lot of you are aware,
Chuck Norris, yeah.
First action figure was G.I. Joe, which was released in 1964. A plastic figure that was intended and marketed for young boys.
She does say 35 back on Star Wars.
Oh. No.
One of the more interesting card figures we
Rock
have
Lords?
is Rocklaw. Lord of the Rings Rogue One here. This is not from the recent film version, but it is from the cartoon version. So, which was released in 1978.
Reading from the script. Right, so
it's from the
3/4 scale action figure.
It's from QVC.
Here that we've seen. And in addition to the figures, there is.
Where she said that.
The bubbles in very good condition, and it's on a 12B back card. And when we refer to what number is on the back of the card, is the number of figures or characters that are shown. So in this case, 12 back, but you'll also see a 35 back, a 65 back, and so on.
Talking about
35 back.
Truly look great. It's an exception.
Hey, if there's a 35 back, I'll have it.
Yeah.
35 back.
35 back. I don't know. Whatever. Right then. I think we're going to wrap it up.
Got time.
Yeah. It's too warm. Far too warm.
My armpits
Going to show everybody's channels, of course.
Aaron.
Thanks for coming on, Aaron.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron.
I really do.
1.28. What?
Sorry?
1.28?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's great. Few off. Hopefully we can get that to 1.3. You know, anyone in the chat? You know, fancies.
Yeah. Well, I'll. There must be some. I don't think there'll be many people that's in the chat that hasn't
That's much appreciated.
subscribed. But there you go. There's the link.
Where are you located, Aaron? Where do you live? What town? What city? Whatever, you know?
Sort of guess best way to describe it is the suburbs of London.
Okay.
Stagnant.
Staines massive.
I just general area. That's fine. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Ali G, John. Ali G. Isn't it? Sort of.
Yeah. That's where Ali G's from. Yeah. Massive.
All right. Yeah. There's one.
Reynolds, you hear?
Right, Salacious has got a new channel. He's got 99 subscribers on one video. How's that, Mark? Have you seen that?
What's that?
Salacious has got 99 subscribers and he's got one video.
Yes, I've noticed that. 99. What? He's just holding himself out, innit?
Yeah. He's got loads of DJ mates. He's got loads of DJ mates.
Yeah.
I can't know Staines because he does.
Yeah, Staines probably not known for its best. Always west side. Always got to be the west side. Aye.
That's two.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.
Aye. There you go. So yeah,
I don't know, me or Shabby are going to be doing 100 subscribers video soon because we're quite level, aren't we, Shabby?
We're getting there. We've got
one.
It's the war.
Yeah. There's Matt. So he went earlier, but I don't know if he's still in the chat, but he's got 258.
Blooming heck. He had 80 when I started looking at his stuff.
I've got 79.
Yeah, that's not bad for us.
Is there a video coming out tomorrow?
Video making tonight, coming out tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Do you want some graphics, Mark?
Yes, if you can send them, I'll use them. Fantastic.
I'll do something. I'm thinking about something furniture-y sort of. I'll send you. Try and send you something.
And John is at 1.54.
Oh, the daddy.
Wicked.
It's so wizard, Annie.
So wizard, Annie.
Yeah,
got everybody edited up. Everyone who interviewed for the Transformers fan documentary is edited up into sections by topic. So now it's just plug in the graphics and pictures and.
Let me know what you all are chatting in a minute, John. But let me know what you want.
Yeah, and Tez has been wonderful. You'll see his photography in the documentary.
Yeah,
says you're funny. Apparently, John says you're funny, so it must be true.
Can't be anything else.
Hey, John.
Right then.
Hope Disney treated you well, John.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Thank you very much for having me on, guys. Really appreciate it.
Oh, cheers, man.
Yeah, thank you.
We've got Power Rangers. Really good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's it.
Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys.
Nice to have something different on.
Yes.
So I'll say good night with our new Untitled.
Oh yeah.
The Paliboys. Paliboys playing with the Paliboys. Paliboys playing.